Sonic Adventure 3. The game that everyone keeps talking about. The game that they keep saying they want all the time on all the comment sections when there's rumors about a new game. Let it be Sonic Adventure 3. When the game title is announced and it's not Sonic Adventure 3, they just go in the comment section, "Oh, Sega, why don't you just make Sonic Adventure 3? People are just racking their brains. Like, Sega keep putting out these games and some of them are not the best, and they keep wondering, why would Sega just make Sonic Adventure 3? It's what all the fans want, right? Well, I'm gonna tell you my 3 reasons why I believe we won't get Sonic Adventure 3, potentially ever. And then I'll share my 1 reason why I think we may get Sonic Adventure 3 in the future, but then also explain why you wouldn't want that to happen. Now, of course, these are just my opinions or theories or whatever, because obviously I don't work at Sega. I don't know if they are planning a Sonic Adventure 3 or not, and if they aren't, I don't know the official reasons why they don't want to make this game. So obviously this is coming from the outside looking in, but I think these are pretty solid reasons, so I'd definitely like to see what you guys have to say in the comment section below. But anyway, let's get into this. The first reason why I think we won't get Sonic Adventure 3. Sonic Team has a track record of not making Sonic sequels. This is the obvious reason. Now, think about it. What was the last sequel we got? 15 years ago, Sonic Adventure 2. Any other sequel we've gotten in the Sonic franchise since 2001 was either a handheld game or a spin-off game. What games are you thinking of sequel-wise? What, Rivals? Rivals got a sequel. That's a handheld game. It wasn't even made by Sonic Team. It was Backbone Entertainment. The Advanced series, Dimps, those got sequels. Handheld games. Riders, those got sequels. Spin-off titles. All-Stars Racing, spin-off titles. We don't get sequels in the first place. There was no sequel to games like Colors, games like Shadow the Hedgehog, games like Heroes. The last sequel was 15 years ago. So why would you expect them to make a sequel now if they haven't done it for 15 years? Like, what are you going to tell me? What, Sonic 4? Sonic 4 was mainly Dimps, and even so, that's still kind of a spin-off, because I mean, if Dimps made it, they pawned it off to Dimps because they didn't want to do it themselves. It was kind of a side game to try and get the classic fanboys to buy Sonic games, and you can tell they didn't put that much effort into it. I mean, I like Sonic 4, but it wasn't like the classics in any way. It wasn't that great, so it was cool, but it wasn't amazing. And Sonic Team didn't make those games fully. They pawned it off to Dimps, and personally, that's why I don't think they're gonna make a Sonic Adventure 3, because they don't tend to make sequels anyway. Maybe they just like to leave games alone, don't want to potentially ruin the legacy of those games, you know, I don't know, but they don't make sequels, so it's unlikely that they'll make another one. The second reason why I think we won't get Sonic Adventure 3, the expectations are just way too high. Think about it, if they released a Sonic Adventure 3 and it fails, like, what is the faith in Sonic gonna be like? If it's already low, if 06 lowered the fans' trust, because before 06, the fans had high trust in Sega. I think the first time the fans really started to, you know, distrust Sega was Shadow the Hedgehog, and then 06 really made the trust get lower, and then Unleashed, a lot of people also started to not trust Sega as well, and then obviously Rise of Lyric. Now, mind you, I like, you know, not Rise of Lyric, but I like Unleashed, I like 06, I like Shadow the Hedgehog, so these aren't my opinions of the game, but I'm just saying overall the fan base started to lose trust in Sega when they started putting out these games, to the point where people didn't even buy Rise of Lyric. When 06 came out, everyone bought it. It made platinum hits because everyone trusted Sega, so they bought the game and then they got disappointed afterwards. Now, as I've said, I already like this game, but I'm just saying the fact is that the trust was there and now it isn't. So if Sega announces Sonic Adventure 3 now, do you think people are going to believe it's going to be good or not? Most people are going to say, oh, Sega just going to mess it up. And this is exactly one of the reasons why they don't want to do it. Think about it. The faith in Sonic that the fanbase used to have would be gone. It would be an all-time low. So there's no reason for them to do it. It's like a gamble right now. Like, they need to learn how to make good games consistently before they go and tackle making a sequel to one of their best-selling games. One of the fan favorites, essentially. You know, they could ruin the legacy of the Adventure series by making a bad Adventure 3. And that kind of pressure is enough for them to not do it. And it makes sense why they wouldn't want to take such a risk. Besides, why would they do that when they could just make adventure type experiments? Think about it. They could just make games based off the adventure series that have the adventure style gameplay and then not call it Sonic Adventure 3. And then what happens if the game fails? Well, it's not linked to the adventure series. It's less of a risk. So it makes more sense for them to do that. And this brings me to my third point, which is, oh, you're gonna love this one. Sonic Team is convinced that you don't want Sonic Adventure 3. Now you're probably thinking, how, what are you talking about, Prem? Why would they be convinced that we don't want Sonic Adventure 3? That's all we talk about, right? Well, listen, okay? You might talk about we want Sonic Adventure 3 all the time, but think about this. There's a good saying that says, actions speak louder than words, alright? So remember how I said in the last point that Sega could just, or Sonic Team could just make adventure type experiments without actually calling it Sonic Adventure 3? Well, they've already done that. And every time they do it, it gets bad reception. Now, let's delve into this, okay? 06 came out. Now, 06 was rushed. 06 is probably the closest thing we got to Adventure 3. Of course, it wasn't officially called that, but out of all the games that have come out since SA2, 06 is the closest thing we got to Adventure 3. Look what happened to 06. Now, I'm not blaming the fans for not liking the game. Obviously, the game was rushed. You know, people do like the game. I like the game. But put it this way. I do believe the game is overhated because the three major issues of the game, which I would probably say are the loading times, the lag, and the glitches. Those are the three major issues of the game. But because of these three issues, everyone has taken it upon themselves to bash every single thing about this game. Every single thing about this game has been bashed. And I think it's unfair. I think it's overhated. I feel like there are some legit problems with it, but I feel like people take it to the next level. Like to this day, 10 years later, people are still making videos bashing 06 on YouTube. It's like, it's never gonna end. And Sega are probably seeing these things. I mean, everyone is still bashing this game. And it's not just the three major issues I mentioned, which is loading screens, lag, and glitches. They're bashing everything. The story, the gameplay, every single thing about that game. But if you delve into it, that game is just a combination of SA1, SA2, and Heroes, which means it's an adventure style game. So if all they see is you bashing this game, why would they want to make another game like it? What about Lost World? Lost World's another game that came out that had adventure style gameplay. It had the spin dash. How many times have we gotten the spin dash recently? I mean, classic Sonic, I guess, but we've been going to this whole boost thing for a while now, and the spin dash came back. It had adventure style gameplay, even though the levels were a bit different. And look what happened. Lost World definitely got some hate. You know, a lot of people called it mediocre, and some people definitely liked the game. I mean, I personally liked Lost World. Level design wasn't my favorite, but you know, we're not here to talk about that. So people didn't have the best response when it came to Lost World. Now I'm gonna mention another game, Unleashed. Now you might be thinking, oh, but I like Unleashed. Unleashed wasn't hated. You guys have forgotten when Unleashed came out, the hate was tremendously high. Unleashed used to get a lot of hate, and Sonic fans tend to change their opinions a lot. I'll be straight with you, honestly. Sonic fans, they say one thing today, they change their mind tomorrow. A lot of people used to hate on Unleashed, and I mean, people still hate on Unleashed, but it seems like people are starting to appreciate the game more, honestly, which is a good thing. But think about this. The Werehog was a different character to Sonic the Hedgehog. He was a completely different character, his own different look, his own unique playing style, a completely different style to Sonic. Just like the adventure games, how you had different characters that didn't play and control like Sonic. And what did they do? They bashed the Werehog. They said only the day stages are good. That's what you hear. Everyone who talks about Unleashed, 90% of the people who even say they like the game say, oh, I only like the day stages. And remember, I don't even think some of you guys know this, but Sonic Unleashed was originally supposed to be called Sonic Adventure 3. They were going to make it the sequel to Adventure 2, and eventually they changed their mind and it didn't become that. But nonetheless, we still got the Werehog. Plus you had a world map with different hub worlds going to different fake countries. It was kind of adventure inspired. But of course they changed their mind at the last minute, probably because of that expectations thing I was talking about earlier. So when they try and make another character who controls and plays differently to Sonic, which is what they did in the adventure games 1 and 2, you say you don't like it. Now once again, this is not me trying to tell you what you should and shouldn't like. I'm just saying that this is the result that your opinions have led to. Sega believing that you don't want these things, and maybe you don't. Think about it. Even like Sonic Adventure 2 has been getting bashed a lot recently. People are talking about how the only part of SA2 that is good is the speed stages and whatnot. People don't like the treasure hunting, people don't like the mechs. You hear that all the time. So the Sega are hearing all these things. SA1, the same thing. People are saying that they didn't like Big the Cat story. Okay, Big is an exception, okay? But a lot of people said they didn't like Amy's story. People said they didn't like Gamma's story. Like, people complained about SA1 as well. The same thing, multiple playable characters. So, think about it. Why would they keep trying to make SA3 if this is the response they keep getting on their mini attempts, their mini tests here and there? And also think about this. In the last 10 years, which Sonic games have gotten praised the most? Think about that. Sonic Colors and Sonic Generations. Now, what do those games have in common? I'll tell you, the most praised games in the Sonic series in the last 10 years are Colors and Generations. And that's because they played it safe. It was one playable character, just Sonic. Now in Generations you could say, well, there's Classic Sonic as well. Classic Sonic is already proven to be successful. I mean, from the classics, people still, praise the classics. So they bring back Classic Sonic. They have Modern Sonic. They played it safe, one playable character. You couldn't play as Tails, Knuckles, all those other characters. Same thing with Colors, you're playing as just Sonic. And those games are regarded as the best of the series in the last 10 years. So what message is that sending to Sega when they try something new and people complain? They try different characters and different gameplay styles, people complain and bash the games, and then they play it safe with Colors and Generations, and everyone's like, oh, the Generations is the best Sonic game in years. Now, I'm not saying I don't like Colors and Generations, I'm just saying, once again, that as a result of these opinions, this is what Sega's led to believe. Why should they take all this risk when the risk is what keeps getting them bashed, when they can just play it safe and people say, oh, Generations is the best and this is that. Like, honestly. So these are my 3 reasons why I think we won't get Sonic Adventure 3. Now, as I said before in the intro, I said I was going to mention the one situation or circumstance which would lead us to get Sonic Adventure 3. Deep down, I believe that Sega or Sonic Team are using it as some sort of Hail Mary, which basically means they're saving it for when the franchise hits some kind of all-time low, which is just like, there's no way to return from this, like, we need to bring Sonic Adventure 3. And honestly, do you really want the franchise to hit an all-time low just so you can get Sonic Adventure 3? I don't think so. I mean, let's think about it. 06 came out, which I do like, but 06 came out and there was a negative response. That was the first all-time low. Rise of Lyric has come out, it's kind of another all-time low, but they still haven't brought the game out yet, which means what kind of all-time low are they waiting for before they bring out this game? Is it going to get to the point where we're like in our 30s, because I'm like, 20 going on 21? Is it going to get to the point where we're like in our 30s and it's just like no one cares about Sonic anymore because they put out bad game after bad game for years and years and years, and then it's like, okay, now we're going to give you SA3 now that I'm like married with kids and shit in the future? I don't know. I'm just saying that if they're really planning on waiting until the very end before dishing this game out, then by that time you wouldn't even want it, because it's like they've already lost their chance, So I don't really care if they make a sequel to that game or not, to be honest, because it just seems like it's unnecessary. They can make a good game without calling it Sonic Adventure 3. The title is really nothing. They can make adventure style games without calling it Adventure 3. And to be frank, I just want some good games, That's all I want, a consistent stream of good games. But yeah, let me know what you think about these reasons, because I definitely want to know what you guys have to say. These are reasons that I've been thinking about for a long time. I just decided that I'd make a discussion video on this because I'm really interested in this topic. So yeah, let me know what you guys have to say. But yeah, thanks you guys for watching. It's been real. Deremy out.